Welcome to the Bull, the Bear, and the Ugly podcast, your no-nonsense guide to the markets. Whether you're watching us live at sktrading.live or listening on your favorite podcast platform, we've got you covered. Subscribe, join the community, and get ready to dive into real talk and real market insights. Let's get started.
Hi everyone, I'm Stephen Kalayjian and welcome to the Bull, the Bear, and the Ugly. Wow, today I have to say very, very slow day. Some really great patterns along the way on the index futures, on the ETFs, the spiders, the Qs, the Russell, Coinbase. Some really great patterns in Coinbase. Lilly at the end of the day was a really great pattern. I'll show you all this. Tesla got hurt early in the morning, but the pullbacks on the 15-minute time frame, Tesla just shot up, opened up, gapped up, and went up to 307, dropped all the way down to 290, I would say 298, rallied to like 302, 303, dropped to 297, rallied back up off the 15 and 30-minute time frames. Again, when the 15s reversed to sell, Tesla, the highs were in for the day. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. They were buying Tesla. I mean, I got caught short in it and took it on the chin. And I will tell you, but, end up making some back. All right, but this Monday is another day. It's okay. But again, what happened was traded all the way up to 307 because Kathy Wood made a really bullish comment on CNBC. They took the stock up to 307, and then it dropped down to 290. I think it was below 297, dropped 10 off the highs. And it was then it got slower in the afternoon. There was some really great short patterns in like I said, in Lilly. Some really great short patterns on Coinbase. Coinbase reversed the sell on the 60 to 30, end of 15, and the bounce at 2 o'clock. Coinbase got up to the 0430, 04 and a half maybe, and then traded all the way down about $5. Lilly reversed to sell, trade up to like 746, and Lilly dropped literally $12 in a matter of literally 50 minutes. Lilly just got absolutely kabooshed. Today, the 30-minute time frames reversed to sell on the spiders, so the bounce at 2 o'clock was a great short. Then the 3 o'clock bounce was another great short on the 30-minute time frame. Really, really great patterns. When the S&Ps were making new lows, the QQQs were still in bullish on the 30 and 60-minute time frame. So basically, the 60-minute time frames really held the market up today. And when we got the 60-minute time frames to turn up, then we pushed the market up to like 94. It was a very tight day, very strange day for a Friday. Normally, Fridays have a lot of volatility. There was some great patterns during the day. Tesla, I ain't going to forget you. I'll tell you right now, come Monday, you're mine. And the whole week, you're mine next week. All right. Yeah. So let me show you some really great patterns here. This is the Tesla. May you rot. Look at this thing. Just shut up. Got short in here. Okay. I added, and then we had to cover and then waited. I wanted to reshort it, but that time we were down, pretty good money there. And then you can see the pullback here. On the 5-minute time frame, it ripped up here, and then once the 15-minute time frame reversed to sell, you can see the 15 reversed to sell here. It took the long here on Tesla on the 15. It based. It finally ripped here from the 296, so it ran about almost $5. Some sell divergences here with the overbought condition into the negative MACD. You can see the 301. Dropped again down to 296, dropped 5. But this pattern right here, okay, really propelled the 30-minute time frame as well. Oversold into the rising ADX, positive MACD, and you can see the push up here in Tesla. And the 60-minute ADX was rising as well. If I show this to you here, this is a really big pattern here. Tesla, you can see the positive MACDs on both the 30 and the 60. The ADX is rising. So this push down here in Tesla was a really great long, and it pushed up roughly about $3-4. So didn't really go higher. Again, once the 15-minute time frames in Tesla reversed to sell, I knew that the highs were in today. The guy who paid 307.04, he jumped. Okay, Tesla's right there. You can see down almost 9 off the highs. Let me show you Lilly here. Lilly reversed to sell on the 15-minute time frame. It correlated with the 30 and the 60. And then right around here, the bounce at 315 into the negative MACD on the 15, negative MACD on the 15 there. Again, you can see the correlation, the 15 correlated with the 30 and the 60. And then you can see the push up here in Lilly. Lilly, 746.50. That guy jumped. Look where Lilly closed, 733, down 13 and change. Unbelievable pattern in Lilly. The spiders reversed to sell here on the 30-minute time frame. So basically, when the 30 reversed to sell, you have a sell disconnect. The 15 and the 30-minute time frames are in sell mode. And you can see the negative MACDs on the 30-minute time frame. And you can see the negative MACDs on the 15, on the 60-minute. So basically, this was what held the market up all day, the 60-minute time frame. So when we did get push downs here, the 60-minute time frames held, but we caught really, there were 2 great shorts on the 15. Here's the first one right here on this bear flag. This was around 12:15, and here's the second one. And then the push up here was the 30-minute time frame. So you had 2 good shorts on the 15 and 1 great short on the 30-minute time frame on the spiders. The QQQs were very bullish today on the 30-minute and on the 60-minute time frame, but the negative MACDs are going to be a problem going forward. Normally, when you have these negative MACDs, you can see the yellow dots. We're close to reversing to sell on the 30-minute time frame. The 60s are still bullish, 483.04. So basically, we're 5 points away on the NASDAQ, roughly about 200 points on the NASDAQ in order for the Qs to reverse to sell on the 60-minute time frame. Let's look at the bigger time frame, the dailies here. You can see the dailies look like they still may want to turn up one more time here, but we haven't gotten that deep oversold condition once here. Again, looking at the weekly chart, which is still troubling to me here, you have an 89 overbought reading into a negative MACD. Good luck. Not me, brother. Maybe you, but not me. I wouldn't be long here with your money. I think these 30-minute time frames are going to reverse down here, and I think that these 30-minute time frames are going to cause havoc. Now, granted, I'm not saying we're going to make new lows when the 30-minute reverse to buy here. It correlated with the 60s, so I do think we should make some type of a higher low. But we'll see. We'll watch and see here, okay? I am expecting maybe a push up to 50, maybe 57.50, 58.50 in the next few weeks, but then we'll see where it goes. Okay, so with that being said, let's see here. Palantir reversed to sell on the 30 and 15-minute time frames, creating a sell disconnect. Microsoft reversed to sell on the 30 today. Apple had some good shorts in Apple, but Apple is still bullish on the 15-minute time frame and the 30-minute time frame. You can see Apple, beautiful, still long off the 30 and 60. This pullback on the 15 right here, very close. Could have taken the long. I didn't. Okay, against the 30-minute time frame, again in the buy disconnect. The 60 is still negative, but the good thing about if you did take this long in Apple, you can see the 60-minute MACD right here is still bullish, and that's all you really need to know, because basically what happened here was when you look at the market, you can see that the MACD being positive is also acting as a buy divergence on that pattern. Coinbase, I'll show you Coinbase reversed to sell on the 60-minute time frame right here at 12:30, and then all 3 time frames are in sell mode. So what do you look to do? You short the first bounce on the 15. It went a little more than I was 203 up to 205, got up to the 204.64, and you can see the drop once the 15s got overbought into the negative MACD on the 15. This is a Picasso, and then you can see the bounce here on Coinbase on the 15 into the negative MACD on the 30-minute time frame as well. These are absolute phenomenal pattern. I I think the two greatest patterns today have to be the 15-minute time frames around 12:15, and then the push up again around 2, and then Coinbase on this pattern and Lily on the overbought after the 15 correlated with all three. So Lily and Coinbase, I will have to tell you, probably the two best patterns for on the day. Really nothing in NVIDIA, Avago. AMD caught some good shorts on the opening. Also, Apple was a great short on the opening into the negative MACDs. But other than that, I have to say today was just a lackluster day. You know, gold had some good patterns on a long off the 15. And really, to be honest with you, it was really about Tesla today. The Qs had some runs here or there, but overall, it was a nonsense day. Thank God it's Friday. That's all I can say. Oh, Meta was really negative today at one point. Meta was pushing up into negative MACDs here, and I'll show you the Meta really quickly. Meta here was a very big sell here on the 15s. You can see the beautiful bear flag right here. Actually, when Meta opened, we called a short here in Meta, and you can see the overbought condition into the negative MACD. And then this is the bounce on the 15-minute time frame. If you look at the 30 reversed yesterday. So coming into the day, you can see that Meta right there was a really great short right there. All right. And if you look at the 60-minute time frame of Meta, okay, you can see Meta on the 60. Meta's still bullish. So this is a bounce right here on the 15-minute time frame right here. This is the first bounce on the 15-minute time frame after the 30-minute time frame correlated. So basically what you want to do right then and there, okay, is you want to be able to look to short the first bounce on Meta. And you can see the negative MACDs on the 30 and on the 15. So that overbought condition, that was a phenomenal short on Meta right there. At the same time when everything lined up, Meta lined up there at 12 o'clock. Got up to the 99 and change, and you can just see the drop here in Meta, and then it tried to push up again at the end of the day. Now, one other strategy here. When Meta reversed to sell on the 5-minute time frame, right here, here's another Meta great short. Let me show you. Meta is now negative on the 15 and the 30-minute time frame, so Meta reversed to sell on the 5. ADX is rising. You could take the overbought condition on the 5 here. You could take the overbought condition on the 5 here, especially when the ADXs are rising. You can see if you took this short on Meta at 150, Meta, you can see drops, boom, about $3. So basically that strategy right there is when the 5-minute time frame reverses to sell, it correlated with the 30 and the 15. The ADXs are rising on the 15, and then you get the overbought condition on the 5. After the 5 goes negative, ADXs are rising on the 15 and on the 30, you look to short the first bounce. Okay, when I get back, I will tell you what I expect for Monday, so stay tuned. Okay, so next week we got some big economic numbers. Monday, we just have a budget number coming out at 2, but on Tuesday, we have the CPI number. Okay, on Wednesday, we don't really have anything. We have retail sales on Thursday. We have PPI as well on Thursday, and then Friday looks like we have the housing starts and then consumer sentiment. So really, the big numbers are going to be Tuesday and Thursday: retail sales and the PPI on Thursday, CPI on Tuesday. So let's just see what happens there. But overall, Monday, really nothing going on but a budget number. All right. So for Monday, let's see here. The 60-minute time frames are still bullish. We need to see if the spiders can close below the 559.99. That's about 50. That's about 40 handles on the S&P. So the S&P future is 40 points. We need to take out the 56.37. We close at 56.77. The Qs we need to take out right now the 483.04. And that means we need to have a drop of probably around 482 on the Qs. So we'll see what happens. Again, with the PPI number coming out the CPI number coming out on Tuesday, I just think that it's important to understand that you need to be focused on these numbers. And obviously, with that being said, I think Monday we're going to have some volatility, but I think everybody's just going to wait for Tuesday. for the CPI number. Big numbers next week. CPI, PPI, retail sales. So they're all going to start coming in now. All right. With that being said, when I get back, I want to tell you the importance of using the multiple time frames when I get back. Okay, so a lot of new people from all around the world are joining my sktrading.live, and it gives me a lot of great joy and meeting so many great people from all around. But, you know, the one thing I will tell you that's really super important is that when you're teaching using multiple time frames, this morning I taught someone who I'm so proud of. He really gets it, understands it. He went from trading options to futures, understands the conditions, the 15, the 30, and the 60-minute time frame using my indicator 4, understanding the conditions, understanding the strategies. Well, the strategies he's getting, but he's getting it, which is great because all the strategies are based upon buy and sell divergences. So with that being said, you know, it's important to really understand how these conditions operate. And it's all pure mathematics. When you see the indicators flip buy or sell, and you just understand the type of condition. Remember, there's only 3 time frames, there's 5 conditions, and there's 10 strategies. And that's it. That's it. So in a nutshell, a lot of people are getting it because I'm teaching dynamically, and that's really, really important for me. But with that being said, again, the more work you put in, the more proactive you are in the community, it will really resonate and really you'll start really getting it. And that means the world to me. With that being said, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, everybody. I'll be back on Monday. Thank you for joining me here on The Bull, the Bear, and the Ugly. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Leave a comment. I always reply back. Also, try to follow me on Instagram, on social, Instagram at official Stephen Kalayjian, on Instagram, TikTok, and on X. If you'd like to reach out to me, my cell phone number is 914-500-7484. Have a great, great, great weekend, everybody. God bless you. Enjoy your family and friends. Be healthy and safe. And God bless the United States of America. Be well, everybody.
Thanks for tuning in to the Bull, the Bear, and the Ugly podcast, your no-nonsense guide to the markets. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe at sktrading.live or on your favorite podcast platform. We'd love for you to rate, review, and join our community for more real talk and market insights. Until next time, keep trading and stay sharp.